Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we're looking at the Mondo Collectibles Deluxe 1/6 Skeletor. I picked this up from the Mondo Collectibles website. It is the Deluxe Skeletor, so he comes with a lot of accessories to make about 3 different Skeletor versions. So I'm really excited. I've already got the He-Man, which I previously did a review on, but we're gonna, open it up, check out the, the packaging and everything, open up the figure, look at everything we have. I also do have my Panthor, so we're gonna check them out on Panthor 2. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get into it. Okay, so we're back. So right off the bat, I just kind of want to throw this out there. This was about $280, roughly, with the shipping and everything. And the box itself, just real quick, it's about 16.5 inches by 14.5 inches and about 6.5 inches deep. So it's a pretty good sized box. Did cost a lot. So it gets kind of aggravating when you see things like this where it was kind of punched in. It's kind of aggravating, but it's just one of those things, I guess. But I haven't opened this yet, so we're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, so normally we have those little black pieces that go in the corner, but instead we have these, just cardboard pieces. Okay, so kind of bring it forward. It is wrapped in a bag, so that's good. Move that out of the way. And here is our first look. So right off the bat, it's pretty cool illustrations. We do have, our regular Skeletor battle armor, and then we do have our Dragon Blast Skeletor here. I'll take this out. Packaging. Also want to see if there was any damage on the bottom. So I don't see any damage on the bottom, so worked out okay. So there is our packaging. Really cool illustration. Before we open it, let's take a look at the overall packaging. So we do have our, let me get the lighting, Mondo 1/6 scale. A little information there. Raise it up some. So we do have, Deluxe Skeletor here, and then on the back, we do have a little bio there. You want to pause to read it. On the other side, same thing as the previous side, Skeletor 1/6 Mondo, and then on the bottom, we do have our UPC code. All the legal stuff. And then when you open it, so this one does not have, usually we have the magnets on the side that opens up. This one has Velcro just on this front piece here. Okay, so there is our figure open. We have this awesome photograph of the actual figure here. Really cool photograph. We do have a lot of stuff. We do have like the Dragon Blast armor, the battle armor. We do have a piece of the battle armor, just kind of floating down there at the bottom. Yeah, just hanging out there. Looked like it came out from right there. We do have a couple of heads. There is our dragon for the Dragon Blast. So yeah, really cool, really excited to get this one open. So stay tuned, we'll open them up, take them out, and see what we got. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open up our Skeletor figure here. I'll close this. And we'll go ahead and cut a little bit of tape on the top. Slide everything out. Make sure the box is empty. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna change up camera angles and everything, so just stay tuned. Okay, so here is our Deluxe Skeletor. I'll go ahead and start separating the pieces here. Okay, so we do have some tape on the top and the bottom here. Just those two pieces of tape. Set that to the side. And we'll get to the bottom piece in just a second. Go ahead and put that back right there. The bottom piece, we have tape on the side. Cut that real quick. This one here, now his cape is on the bottom of the first tray, taped on, so I'm just going to take that off real quick. I'll stick that right there. And we'll look at what we got here on the bottom. So we do have a different stand as opposed to our normal Mondo stand. I'm noticing that. That to the side. So yeah, right off the bat I'm noticing we do have a different stand here as opposed to the normal Mondo stand. So we do have that. This is the piece that goes into the stand to hold the figure. So we'll stick that right there, just like that. We do have our Skeletor Power Sword. Set that there. We have our Havoc Staff. Kind of a metallic purple. Pretty cool there. We do have our Skeletor Axe with the little magic crystal ball on the top. It does have the metallic purple on the sides. There we go. Then we have our, so these are the claws, I think the Terror Claw Skeletor. So we do have a peg to go in the wrist here, and then we have these special gauntlets that go on there, so it gives the look of it being a whole glove. So we do have, so the whole set of 4 fingers here move, and the thumb does not, so we just have movement there. Okay, So we're going to set these to the side here. And then we have the chain for the Dragon Blast Skeletor. Above the camera, so that's the little collar chain for Dragon Blast Skeletor. Set that there. We have the little lock also for the Dragon Blast Skeletor. Does not open, so it's just the lock itself like that. And then we've got 3 sets of hands. Get them out of there. So we've got a set of holding hands. We've got another set of holding hands that are slightly closed more. There's those. Here is the previous set. So the second set is closed a little more. And then the other set of hands, we have a kind of evil, kind of like evil hand like that. I'm not sure. It's like a kind of hand. And then a closed fist on the other hand. There we go. Like this. Okay, here is our cape, and looks like the piece for the stand as well. We also have, looks like the cowl. Okay, so this piece goes in here, and you just kind of squeeze it and push it down. So that's the stand for him to kind of sit on. So we have the cowl here that goes over his head. So there is a wire in the front here. There's a little bit of elastic in the back here, or on the bottom. And a little tail part that's actually sewn down. So there's the cowl. The cape, it does have a metal wire on the bottom. And we do have a sewn piece here for the, to go, kind of go around his neck like that. Do have a little opening here. I'm guessing that's for the power sword to slide into. So kind of like that maybe. But there is a wire on the top here, and there is a wire on the bottom. So the cape opens pretty wide, so he can almost be, completely enshrouded in it. So there's the cape. I'm gonna set that over here to the side. So here we have our, so this is the top tier. So we do have our battle armor, which looks amazing. It's the detail, and if it's like the He-Man, yeah, so it's magnetic. Okay. So with our regular piece there, there's a little bit of an indentation in the armor, so it kind of sits a little bit better so it doesn't spin. So they fixed that, because I know on the He-Man one it was just kind of loose and would spin around. So that's the regular one. And the battle damage, same thing, it's got a little place it sits in. There's the battle damage with the slash across it. Yep. Set that there. Here is the Dragon Blast armor. And it's got the little thing there for the chain to go through. And it's magnetic as well. but there is some little pegs there to kind of help hold it in. So we've got the pegs on the top. You can see them. So that kind of helps hold it. So there's the Dragon Blast. We do have our little dragon that sits on his shoulder for the Dragon Blast. So he's pretty good articulated. And we do have this little piece here, so I'm guessing that, yeah, that'll slide into that. So that'll hold him. So pretty good articulation on him. Have a neck movement, mouth opens, head goes up and down, articulation, waist articulation, articulation in the tail, legs, foot, up and down, and then the arms here, articulation in the wrist. So pretty good movement with him, kind of surprised. And we do have the little piece that he blows out of his mouth. Okay, so there is a little piece there, and then that should plug in. So there is our Dragon Blast, and that's kind of just a clear, kind of a green plastic. It does have speckles in it of darker green. Not sure if that's coming through. So there's our Dragon Blast. Because the vintage one, he did have, it's kind of a water piece, like a water backpack, and you could put water in and push his head and it would squirt water, which I think the Origins one also did that. Different heads. So we have our vintage style, if I can get it out of there, our vintage style head for Skeletor. And we have our get them out of there. We have our, looks like the mini comic, like the Akala Skeletor head. Jaw does open. Pretty cool. And it's got the little red dots on the eyes. That's definitely like the Akala Skeletor head from the mini comics. And I have another one. I'm not quite sure. This might just be a Mondo version. Eyes are red. Jaw does go up and down. There we go. And then, of course, we have our actual Skeletor figure here. Move this out of the way. Here is our actual Skeletor figure. Pretty cool. I like how it's got the buckles and stuff on it. Pretty cool. And his cowl is, it's like plastic, but it is, you can move it around. So really cool with the accessories and the detail. Detail's amazing. Buckles right there, that's really cool. Buckles on his bracers. So a lot of detail. Like, I think there's more detail on this Skeletor, this Deluxe Skeletor, than there was on the Deluxe He-Man. So it's really cool. I know this one took a little bit longer to come out than the Deluxe Skeletor or Deluxe He-Man did. So right off the bat, visually, I'm very happy with this. Let's check out articulation. So the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so there is a lot of movement there. Even with the cowl on, you can get some pretty good angles. That's pretty cool. The arms, they're on a ball joint. Movement's pretty solid, pretty smooth. We have rotation at the top of the bicep. Arm is single jointed, I'm sorry. Wrist is on a ball joint, so a lot of good movement there. The bracers, they don't seem to be too bad with hindering the movement. We have a joint here at the top of the stomach area. Pretty good movement there. Back and forth, not too much, but definitely side to side. Waist, there is some movement in the waist. It's just really stiff. Rotates. Legs, they're on a ball joint. We do have a fur loincloth under this one, so a good movement there. Knees are double jointed, so pretty good movement there. Nice click. Then the foot, pretty good movement there. It's on a rocker, back and forth. So not too bad. Just the standard kind of articulation. This is a little loose right here, but maybe that's not too bad. And like I said, I do have Panthor, so we'll try them on Panthor at the end. But let's check out some of the different armor. So let's take this armor off. So we'll lift that up like that. Of course, we'll have to take his head off. So we'll just lift up and kind of twist. So there is the plastic cowl, and there's the skull that was on it. Kind of a green tint to it. So I'll take this off, and let's see. How do we get that piece off? Because I know we don't take his arms off. We just have to finagle it, I guess. If the front doesn't come off. So we'll just have to look. I guess I'm missing something here. All right, let me look online because I don't want to risk tearing this. So give me a second to see if I can figure out how to get that off. Okay, so I looked online to see if I can find anything, and unfortunately I couldn't really find anything. So I was kind of looking around. I think what you have to do is go down instead of up. So kind of slide it down his legs and stuff. Kind of like that. So kind of like that. So I'm guessing that's probably the way to do it, is to go down instead of up. So let's look at the battle armors. That's what I'm curious to see. So I'll separate that and stick the battle armor on. Move his arms around some. There we go. So there is the battle armor. I'll put that one on. Let's see the vintage style head. So how that looks. I'll just push that down. Well, that's not wanting to go on. Okay, so that one's not wanting to go on. Of course, you can heat these up with like a hair dryer, just to kind of make the plastic soft. So that would be the vintage style head. Let's try the Akala head. Give it a little push. So there's the Akala head. No cowl. Put the cowl on, or we'll put the Skeletor head in. So there's a lot of finagling. There's the Akala head. Pretty cool. I really like the battle armor. That's really cool. I'll take that back off. Let's try the kind of brown head. I'll put that in there, like that. Stick that on there. Angle it on there. So I don't care for this one. It just I don't care for that one. It just doesn't, to me, in my opinion, that doesn't really go off a good Skeletor vibe. So I probably won't use that head at all. So this is the head that came on it. This is the kind of yellow with the green tone. So I like that. That one's pretty good. So let's try the Dragon Blast armor. See what it looks like. Let's set this over here. So the Thunder Punch He-Man, that's my favorite He-Man. And the Dragon Blast Skeletor, that's my favorite Skeletor. So I'll probably have them with their respective armors on. Okay, make sure it's kind of closed. So it's not wanting to really close on the sides, which is unfortunate. But it does kind of stay in place. So we'll go with our molded Skeletor hood. Kind of push this on. So that is kind of difficult to get the Skeletor head on while using the hard plastic cowl or hood. So that is kind of a pain. And as you can see, there's already getting some paint rub on it. So that is kind of unfortunate how difficult that is. So let's set the hard plastic one. Let's try the cloth one and kind of see what we have there. So with it being cloth, it should be able to kind of go over the head once the head's on. So we have our head on. We'll kind of yeah, I don't know about that. Try to get it under his chin. Like that, I guess. Well, maybe it'll look better with the cape. So let's take this back off. Let's see if we can do this. Because that won't fit over the head. Let's see if I can kind of finagle it to get it back on. Because I do kind of like the hard plastic hood, but we'll put the cloth hood on with the cape when we swap back to the other armor. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate how difficult it is once it comes off. So to kind of push down on just the head. So there it is with the plastic cowl back on. Okay, so let's try the dragon. So it slides. It's supposed to slide. Kind of in the back of the armor. If we can get it. There we go. You have to kind of bend it out some. And she just kind of sits there like that, like that. So, kind of like that, just kind of sits there. I'll have his feet kind of on his back some. So, let's grab that real quick. Hold them there like that just for a minute. We'll grab this and so originally the chain attached to the collar right there, and that's not wanting to do that because the lock doesn't open. So I guess what we'll do is slide that in there, and then this went over his wrist. Pop off the wrist. We might not be able to use the bracer when we have this. That went like that. So you can't use the bracer if you're using the Dragon Blast armor. And then that went through here. Just take that off for a second. And that goes down through there. Comes out the other side. Put him back on his back. Okay. And then this went over his shoulder. And I guess, I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could open that link on the metal chain and put it in there. So I guess you could do that, and then that way you can attach the lock to. But for the sake of the video, we'll just have it kind of draped around them. So I guess if you wanted to open that chain, you could do that. Use the Dragon Blast effect. Kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll send him back there. So that's pretty cool. I wish they would have gave us something so you didn't have to open that little clip or that little chain link. So, but yeah, so I'll probably do that because that's how I want to display it. I'm going to put the regular armor that it came with, I'm going to put this back on, and we're going to see with the cloth hood and the cloth cape and see what that looks like. Let's do that real quick. So, take that, pull that back through. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. Put that over here. Put that hand with the bracer back on. Okay. Let's pull this head off so we can put the piece back over them. So we'll go feet first. sure we get all these pieces through here. So if anybody knows an easier way to put this one on and take it off, please leave me a comment so I can figure that out, because I got a feeling I'm missing something and it's like really easy. So we'll just go this way. Tuck those pieces in, go over the neck, and then that goes under, has a little push through. So hopefully that caught it. Okay, maybe no. Yeah, I figured there would have been an easier way to do this. Okay, so we'll take this head and put that head on. Okay. We'll get the cloth hood and we're going to tuck it under his chin. Close your mouth, Skeletor. Like that. Okay. And then we'll get the cloth cape. We'll have it go over. Kind of like that. So we have, of course that falls apart. Put that there. So there is our cape Skeletor with the cloth cowl. Just feels really, 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 really bulky to me. Of course, you know, you could have, well, keep bumping the camera. Bear with me. There we go. Okay, so you can have, you know, kind of have it pulled all the way around, or do kind of a brooding thing. You can have it open. And because it's got a wire, there's a lot of, you know, posability with it. So it just looks really bulky to me. So yeah. So I'm not a fan of the cloth hood. The cape's really bulky. It just takes up a lot of space. Let's see how that looks. Let's see if we can get this head on. Yeah, that head's just not going to go on. Just sit it there. So initial thoughts, or, you know, concluded thoughts. There's just a lot of finagling. You're going to have to heat up some of the plastic to get some of the heads to fit. The whole, this is kind of a difficult thing, having to get this one on with the hard plastic cowl or hood. I wish there would have been some kind of piece, instead of having to bend, instead of having to open that up, that little link. That would have been nice to have like a little clip or something. Battle armor's pretty cool. The Dragon Blast armor's pretty cool. The dragon's awesome. I love the dragon. Those are my, what's the word? Thoughts. Those are my thoughts so far. Can't even think of the word thoughts. Let's pop this one back on. Kind of lined up and push it straight down. So there we go. Let's try the Terra Claws. So we'll pop our hand off. We'll take those bracers off. Give it a little wiggle. Keep dropping stuff. So I think there's a certain way. Yeah, so there's a certain way that they go on. So you can't put them on the wrong way because there's only a certain way they go on. Pop that in. Pop this one on. Okay, so there is our Terra Claws. Well, I thought I had it in. They probably could have made the peg for these a little longer. Alright, so there's the Terra Claws. Of course, you know, you can bend the hands. There's those. There's that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's put on some grabbing hands so we can hold some of the weapons. Well, I guess that's right. Let's see, we'll do this one. Okay, so, wait a minute. Okay, so the end of that one's different because the rest of them, see the different hands? All of them have this piece, but this one's got like that little plug, and that's keeping it from going in the hand. Let's see. That one, that one. Yeah, the rest of these are all the other piece. So this one's the only one that has that little flared piece right there, and that's what's keeping it. So I'm gonna have to, like, I guess shave that or trim it or something, because there's, let's see, yeah, see there's the other hand that goes with it. So look at that. So there's a quality control issue right there. So we can't, I'm gonna have to trim that just to go in there, because otherwise, I mean, it's sure you can tell that flared piece is too big to go in there. So we'll set those to the side. Use the other ones, I guess. Alright, so there we have our grabbing hands. So let's get our power sword. Kind of, good grief. That's a tight fit. Okay, and let's try the Havoc staff. Try to get that in his hand. Don't know if that's going to fit in this hand, just because it's a little wider than the sword handle. Let's see. So that's that one. So let's do this. Let's swap the sword and put it in this hand. It's a really tight fit. There we go. And then we'll swap this hand for the hand that's open a little bit more. Okay. Then we'll put the Havoc Staff in that hand. There we go. Slide it down. Okay. Well, having a lot of technical difficulties with this one. Okay, so there is Skeletor with the Havoc Staff. And of course it's a little heavy, but we can slide it down and this arm a little bit. There we go. Can have it like that. There we go. So there is with our Power Sword and Havoc Staff. So yeah, and let's try taking that out, and we'll use the battle axe. Slide that out. Okay. There's our battle axe. And of course that hand's a little too open for the battle axe, so you could use the other hand, but for the sake of showing what it looks like. Whew. So I think we've kind of covered everything. I'm definitely going to have some photos at the end of the video that I'm going to do showing off some more poses and articulation. So definitely stay tuned for those. That way we can kind of see a lot of different combinations. Let me get my Panthor so we can see what he looks like with Panthor. So stay tuned for that. Hey everybody, so we're back. Went ahead and got my Panthor out. We've got Skeletor on our Panthor. I did swap out the hands for like the grasping hand so he could kind of hold this little piece here. Looks really good. Pretty happy with it. The cape doesn't look so good because it kind of covers up the whole back end of Panthor. But I am going to do some photos of him on Panthor. Just to kind of show off, you know, the different, I guess, poses and stuff, different weapons and accessories with him. But it looks really good. I'm real happy with how he looks on Panthor. The colors mesh really well. But yeah, I'm real happy with the way it looks. Not really a whole lot of disappointments, with the exception of like that one hand and the piece of the chain that connects to the dragon on his back. It would have been great if we had like a little clip or something, just so we don't have to bend open that metal piece. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I did notice though, while I was taking some of the photos earlier, get this foot out of the thing, is that you can also remove his little waist piece here, and then he just has his, you know, just his loincloth. So I've got some photos of that, so you can do that if you want to. Just if you don't, you don't care for that, and it just snaps back on, so not too bad. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the figure. Looks really cool. Definitely, it's a very good figure to photograph. Very photogenic. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like my content, subscribe, thumbs up, follow. But yeah, definitely check out my other videos. Eventually, at some point when I have enough room, I'd like to get my Deluxe He-Man and Battle Cat out with these, so we can have like a big, big scene or whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will catch you again next time.